Morning, this is Brian. Today is Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. I'm here in Cleveland National Forest, the Laguna Mountains Recreation Area, here in the Laguna Mountain Range in San Diego County. And right here is Wooded Hill Road coming from Sunrise Highway, which is back that way. I'm near the Agua Dulce Trailhead, and the Wooded Hill Nature Trail is just a fifth of a mile up that way. But I'm not here to blab about the Wooded Hill Nature Trail or Wooded Hill Road. I want to do a short ode video. My first ode video to the California black oak, which I normally just call black oak, Orchis kelloggi. And I found a nice decent specimen here along the side of Wooded Hill Road. We're about elevation 5,900 feet above sea level. And just looking at this nice oak, this is one of the larger oaks I've seen in the area. Now, black oak is one of the most common trees you're going to find here in the Laguna Mountains. Mixing in here with the Jeffrey pine, Pinus Jeffrey, for a really scenic pine oak forest. Kind of reminiscent of what you're going to see a lot more as you go down into Mexico. Because we have a lot of pine oak forests in Mexico, composed of an insane variety of species. But here we are, we're in the peninsular mountain ranges, and so here in San Diego County we do have a lot of stands of black oak, especially along the peninsular mountain ranges. Over here, the Cuyamaca Mountains, the Vulcan Mountains, and Hot Springs Mountain, and of course the Palomar Mountains, and even the Agua Tibia Mountains, I believe, have black oaks too. The Agua Tibias are part of the greater Palomar range. I believe black oak is supposed to be there. I've never been to the Agua Tibias, but hoping to eventually get over there. But so here we are looking at a really nice, decent sized specimen here. It's probably about 60 feet tall. Black oaks are usually not known for extremely tall statures, especially in more open wooded areas. They tend to be more rounded, lower growing, thicker trunked, and wider spread. And that's pretty much common for any tree that can be found either in forest or woodland. The more spread out it is, the more the tree has room to spread out. While in dense forest, the trees have to grow more upright to compete with the other trees for the sunlight, which is not as much of a factor in more open woods. I want to take some time to appreciate this beautiful tree. It's really nice, very, very luscious looking black oak. A lot of the black oaks here are a lot shorter, squatter, more crooked. This one, and a lot of them are multi-trunk too, of course. This one here is more of a single trunk specimen with a pretty respectable girth. Very beautiful specimen right here, I gotta say. It's a very beautiful tree. And of course, being that it's autumn, the leaves are changing and dropping, albeit a little bit later than usual this year. But there you go. Some golden yellowish brown, yellow. Some of these trees even get hints of orange and red on them occasionally. I've seen some trees that get more of an orange and even tints of red here and there. Well, let's just take some time to appreciate this tree. Now you can look at my spotlight video from August 2020 on the black oak if you want a more comprehensive discussion of the tree itself. But yeah, this is a pretty nice specimen here. This one's yeah, probably at least 60, 65 feet tall at least. It's got a very respectable girth on it. One thing you'll notice, a lot of our black oaks here, very crooked, leaning, like that guy there. And then a lot of them are multi-trunked. You see here, a lot of our black oaks are actually multi-trunked. This is a quite nice one here. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty nice specimen right there. take some time to appreciate that beautiful tree right there. And as I walk along here, look at some of the other ones that are colored for their seasonal change. I would say probably the Laguna Mountains, right around this area, is probably the epicenter for this far south in California. I'm pretty sure these go into Baja too. I'm pretty sure these go into the Sierra de San Pedro Martir Mountains too. Though again, I've never been in those mountains. I've never been in Baja. I've never been to Tijuana as a kid. My parents took me to Tijuana just for some sightseeing back when I was a young kid, but I never checked out any of the other peninsular mountain ranges in Baja. So I can't say that I've ever been there to see these, but I think these grow down there. They're very, very colorful trees, and also why big part of the reason why fall's my favorite season is because these are the most conspicuous fall color trees here. So nothing like a peaceful autumn day while you're enjoying these lovely trees. And California black oak is a red oak in the group Lobatae, or Erythrobalanus as some people still call it. So their acorns ripen in 2 growing seasons. Just for a little review on that. Didn't seem to have much of an acorn crop this year. But yeah, it's just a place for some mountain color. October to mid-November, usually the best time to be up here. Usually mid-October to mid-November. Of course, it depends on the weather. If your Octobers are cooler and crisper, you'll want to come up here a little earlier. This year, October was a little milder, so it seems like everything was pushed off a little bit further. Because I did a video set in the San Gabriel Mountains last late October near Big Pines, hiking up towards Mount Peltier, which is west of Wrightwood, near east of Table Mountain Campground. I went there in late October, and they were already at or even slightly past their peak. Of course, that area was a little bit higher in elevation. Like I said, we're about 5,900 feet here. But I drove through Big Pines this year on my way to my friend's house, and the black oak trees were significantly further behind. This October, on the same exact date, October 24th, 2022, I drove through Big Pines and the black oaks were still behind peak. October 24th, 2021, they were already at or slightly past peak. So what a difference a year makes. Let's just go wander along here for a few minutes. Take some time to appreciate. So here in San Diego County, I'd say the best places to see black oaks, the best places, definitely here, Mount Laguna, and in Palomar Mountain, both the state park and Cleveland National Forest portions. So, if you want great black oak coverage, you want to be in a place where black oaks are everywhere, well, Mount Laguna, Palomar Mountain, 2 of the best places to see these awesome trees. And again, Anywhere from mid-October to mid-November is usually your best window. Again, whether it's more on the October side or on the November side depends on the weather, of course. So this year it's on the November side. Just an all-around pleasant tree, and then in mid to late spring, usually like late April, early May when they start leafing out, then the new leaves are pinkish purplish colored. So when the leaves start opening up, the buds opening up and the very newest leaves start pushing out, these trees will have a pinkish hue to them. And that's from the, I think it's the cyanins or something in the leaves to try to make the tender new leaves unpalatable to browsing by animals. And then that provides a really nice color as well. So this tree is quite attractive in all seasons, actually, because a lot of the older trees come wintertime have a nice, beautiful, open branching structure, especially the old gnarly ones. Very attractive when they're leafless as well, and they're also very beautiful when they're in their full dark green of summer. So it's a tree that's impossible not to love. So whenever you're lucky enough to get to the mountains, take some time to appreciate the natural beauty of Quercus kelloggi, California black oak. I think that'll pretty much wrap up my ode video to this awesome species of tree that I have known and loved for decades. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Here I am. Kind of want to add this a little bit to my ode to black oak video, because I did the first segment of this video up at Mount Laguna over near the Wooded Hill trailhead, and I was talking about the fall colors of these trees changing. You know, it's mostly going to be yellow, but some of these trees get some orange and even some deep reds in them. So I want to addend this video with some different leaf color changes. Here we go. We're getting some more of the reddish browns, kind of like a russet color. Absolutely beautiful. So where I am now is I'm several miles away at Cuyamaca Rancho State Park on the Los Caballos Trail, up from the Marty Minshaw Trail, up from Highway 79. And I'm in this little grove of black oaks right here, these Quercus kelloggi that are regrowing from the cedar fire. And for the most part, it's going to be yellow and brown, but this one here, this one exhibiting a little variability. So we're getting some reds and some russet colors. And I know I saw one or two along Sunrise Highway before getting on 79 coming here from the Lagunas that also had some red in it too. So when you get to see that, it's not very extremely common, but it's definitely not unheard of to see these trees change a little bit different colors. So sometimes they'll have a little bit of an orangish hue as well. So I just had to take some time to appreciate this little spot. So we're going to tag this on to the original segment of my ode to black oaks, because we're in a place of a lot of black oaks, and I'm really enjoying looking at these ones with the variable leaf colors. So yes, they can get some reddish hues here and there. Not extremely common, but if you look hard enough, you'll find it. Like I said, most of these are going to be more of a yellow to a brownish yellow, which is pretty typical. And when these trees are all lit up together, creates quite a festive display. But you can see here, some of these actually get a golden butter yellow to them as well. But yeah, every now and then you'll go by one that has some russet and reds. And I remember when my friend and I were back in October 2021, we were driving over Sherman Pass Road in Tulare County, east of the Kern River. As we were starting to drop down towards the Kern River Canyon, there were lots of burned areas over there, and there were lots of resprouted oaks that were mostly about this size. And some of the ones on the distant hillsides actually had more red on them. Like some of the trees had predominantly orangish red colors. But here you go. So when you get to see the little bit of variability in leaf color, take some time to appreciate it. To appreciate the slight differences in some of the leaf colors. That's always one thing I've always found fantastic about these trees. For the most part, like I said, yellow and brownish yellow. Sometimes quite brilliantly golden, and sometimes more of a buttery color. But then again, some plants will get some red on them too. So that's always something to really look for when you're hiking with black oaks in fall. Which is, again, favorite time of year for me. Excuse me, a little hiccup there. But yeah, this is probably fairly typical here. But yeah, you pass by some that have some red on them, take some time to really just look at them and appreciate them. Just makes for a very pleasant leaf peeping experience. So again, Quercus kelloggi, the beautiful black oak, or California black oak, if you like. Even here in Southern California, they change color. So yeah, if you're looking for more of them to have that reddish color, again, you probably would want to take Sherman Pass Road up from the Kern River. That's where you're gonna, once you get up, start getting up above most of the gray pines, and start getting above 6,000 feet and climbing, look out for black oaks that get a lot of red in them. A lot more of them that get red in them. So I definitely had to add this on, tack this video clip on, add it to the video about Ode to Black Oak, because seeing that red, seeing the reddish hints and hues on those leaves, definitely made me want to get it on footage. So that'll basically, this will do it for my Ode to Black Oaks. Thanks for watching, and I'll check you out on the next Ode video, hopefully soon.